You have a choice. You have a choice to either get better, strive for greatness, strive for excellence, or settle for mediocrity, settle for average, settle for what everyone else is doing and getting. The hardest part about choosing the path of greatness is the fact that you are going to walk it alone. Because the higher up the mountain you want to go, the more likely it is that you are going to go alone. Because no one actually wants to be successful. No one actually wants greatness. Some people may say it, but their actions don't back up what they say. They aren't willing to sacrifice the parties, the going out, the hanging out with friends, the good times, the sleeping late, the playing video games. When you separate yourself from that, you will realize that you don't have anything to relate to with anyone. When you give up that, you will realize that you do not relate to 99% of people anymore. And that's the hardest part, and that's what I've realized about myself. I don't relate to anyone. I can't have a conversation with anyone about anything because they want to talk about sports, celebrities, going out, what they did on the weekend, what girl they went out with, what girl they're messaging. And that's all well and good for them and for their life. But I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about anything that doesn't move me closer to my goals and helps me reach the best version of myself. Because if you are not getting better, you are getting worse. And that's what most people don't realize. The world is never staying stagnant. The world is at constant movement. So if you are not getting better, you are getting worse. If you are not moving forwards, you are moving backwards. The only way to win is to get better every single day. Focus on the input you put in, because you have a choice in that. You have a choice in how much input you put into your life, how much input you put into your fitness, your health, your recovery, your business, your editing, your Instagram, your photography business, whatever it may be. You choose how much input you put into it. And your input is going to directly correlate to your output. Maybe not straight away, actually almost never straight away. Maybe not in a month, a year, or even 5 years. But success happens not in a linear fashion. Success happens exponentially. Success happens when you're working, and you don't think anything's happening, and then you just shoot up all of a sudden. And then the results come faster than you could even imagine. That's how it works. Results don't come overnight. But if you don't stick with it, and if you don't even start in the first place, you are never ever going to see those results. Ever. And most people don't start. Most people don't ever start. And even when they do start, they don't stick with it long enough to actually get good at it and see the fruits of their labor. Most people do something for 30 days, don't see results, and give up, move on to the next thing. And they are always starting again from zero because they keep quitting and keep giving up. Ultimately, everything in your life comes down to the choices you make. There's no one that can help you. I can give you all the self-improvement advice if you want, but if you don't take it in and implement it into your life, you are watching these types of videos for no reason. And not just from me. From David Goggins, from Andrew Huberman, from Andrew Tate, whatever self-improvement content you are consuming. Now, I agree that it's better to watch this stuff than watch a Mr. Beast video or watch mindless television shows or watch Netflix. But consume this content consciously. Do it consciously so then you can implement it into your own life, because it is action that gets the results in your life. Sure, knowledge is power, and I agree with that, but you need to implement that knowledge to see the results in your life. And the only person who can do that is you. The only person who can make that choice for yourself is you. No one can do the work for you. No one can run for you. No one can go to the gym for you. No one can lose the weight for you. No one can edit for you. No one can record the YouTube videos for you. No one can work on the business for you. No one can take action for you. It's all up to your choices. The choices you make every day are what is shaping you into the man you are becoming in the future. Think of every choice you make as a vote that you put into the box of the person you are voting to become. So do you want to put those votes in the box of the best version of yourself? Or do you want to put those votes in the box for the version of you who watches Netflix, sleeps in, is out of shape, is unmotivated, is undisciplined? It's up to you. Because most people are putting it in box 2. And the sad reality is most of them are okay with it. Most of them are okay with being mediocre, being average. And hey, if that's you, if you are okay with being average and being mediocre, Merry Christmas. I'm not gonna rain on anyone's parade. But if you wish to be more, and you are not watching these videos, you are not watching my videos if you just want to be mediocre and average. You are watching my videos, and this video has found you because you have been living below your potential for far too long. Far too long have you been allowing yourself to make excuses for yourself, to give yourself rationalizations, to give yourself a break because you thought you deserved it. No. Well, greatness doesn't take breaks. Monday, work. Tuesday, work. Wednesday, work. Thursday, work. Friday, work. Saturday, Sunday, work. And then you do it all over again. Routine. Create a routine in your life that you stick to religiously, and you will see your results skyrocket. You need to implement discipline into your life because that is actually what is going to give you freedom in your life. Ultimately, your choices are up to you. You can either take the path of greatness or take the path and settle for mediocrity. Those are your two options. If you take the path of mediocrity, if you take the path of average, if you take the path of least resistance, no problem. You'll have a nice, comfortable life, just like everyone else. You'll get to old age and you'll realize, damn, I wish I would have given more. Or you can take the path of greatness, which is the path of most resistance, has the most obstacles, has the most setbacks, requires you to be alone for extended periods of time, requires you to sacrifice what no one else is willing to sacrifice. But if you choose to go down that path and you stick to it, not for 1 month, not for 6 months, not for a year, but if you stick to it for a lifetime, I promise that when you get to the end of your life, you will have absolutely no regrets because you would have squeezed all the juice out of that metaphorical orange that is your potential. So ultimately, the choice is yours, my friend.